I am Erica Phelps, and I am one of the fitness instructors at the Y, and I had my Enhanced Fitness class that I just wanted to be able to offer something. This Enhanced Fitness, I welcome all of my Enhanced Fitness friends. I hope some of you choose to watch this as well as others. Honestly, no matter what level of fitness you are, this is just a good one to just kind of loosen up the shoulders and just get some moving. It's a great beginner opportunity. So I'm hoping that you find this helpful. My intent is this will probably be about 20-25 minutes. Obviously, for those who are used to Enhanced Fitness, we won't be using any weights today, but we will be doing some leg work with the sit to stands. That'll be our only strength exercise, but we will have a warm up. We will have a little bit of a workout, we will have our cool down, and we will stretch it out. So those are the things that I have planned, and we're just gonna see where this takes us today. So let's just start getting that body warmed up by just taking a couple deep breaths. Inhale, reach high overhead, and exhale, bring those arms down. Inhale up, you don't have to reach super high, and exhale down. Inhale, fill your body. And exhale, empty that breath out. And we're gonna do one more. Inhaling up, reaching high. And exhale, just bring those arms down alongside of you. And now we're just gonna twist in our seat. One of the things I meant to mention when I started the video is that I am in a sturdy chair on a hard floor. I would be hesitant for you to do this on carpet. I would just hate for your feet to get stuck on some of the standing things that we will do. But if that's what you got, that's fine. You'll also notice that my chair does not have arms. There's a couple of reasons for that. One, I don't want the arms to get in your way, but two, I also don't want those arms to be something that you can use to help you get out of the chair. Part of building this strength is to try to build leg strength so that you don't have those there. But by all means, if that makes you feel more confident and gets you moving, and you feel that those arms are necessary or that's all that you have, that's fine. Just a couple more twists here. Another thing I forgot to mention is you'll notice there's no music, and I would encourage you to play your own music. There really isn't anything that we are allowed to live broadcast through our Facebook page that is copyright free, that really wasn't super hip hop or yoga. So it was either too slow or way too fast for what I wanted for today. So just in case you wondered why there's no music and that would improve your experience, you're in charge of that part yourself. So anyways, let's just reach across the body. Notice the nice bend to my knees. I'm sitting comfortably, sitting tall. The other thing you'll notice today is we will do some things in the chair. We'll then repeat that routine out of the chair. When I do stand up, I will need to move my chair so that you can see my full body. Unlike you, I don't expect you to move the chair. No one needs to see you on a camera. But just in case you notice that about me, that's why I am doing that. Just feel this across your upper back, just reaching side to side, just warming up those shoulders. We will be using arms and legs together today, but if any of that bothers you, I always encourage you to simply drop the arms. And I'll remind you of that, or at least I plan to, later in class today. Let's just take these reach across to reach up and over, up and over. And you do lean just a bit to the side that you're reaching, but not too much. I want you to still feel well rooted in that seat. I hope you are all faring well, staying healthy, enjoying the sunshine, albeit when it's colder outside lately, but getting outside, getting some of that fresh air. Couple more, reaching up and over, and then I will challenge you to reach down. So let's reach down towards the outside of that foot. This is not a contest to see if we can touch the floor. This is just traveling a little bit lower into the torso, into that lower back, just loosening things up, getting them warm. That's all that we're looking for here. You should start to feel warmer than you were when you sat down or when you clicked that button to turn this video on. You still have room to work more, but you're feeling like you are ready to roll here pretty soon. Just a couple more like this. And one more each side. All right, and now we're gonna do one for those of you who came to my class that you might be used to. My feet are well rooted in the floor. We're not gonna involve our legs too much yet, but we're gonna take this a step farther with the upper body. So we're gonna reach down. Imagine you're picking something up off the floor. If you don't touch the floor, that's fine. And you're gonna pick it up and you're gonna put it on the shelf. And you're gonna bend forward, reach down, and you're gonna come up and put it on the shelf. We're gonna do some more like this. How about 5 from here? And tuck it on up there. This is functional fitness. The picking up and putting something on the shelf. For 3, for 2, and 1. Go ahead and rest for just a second while I explain the next one. We're gonna reach to the side and put it up on the shelf opposite of us. So a little bit of rotation through the center. So here we go. Doesn't matter which side you start in, up and across, stay that same side, reach down. If any part of your back, your shoulders says you don't belong doing this, stay to the center. If that part bothers you, just march your feet in place and wait for us to join you. 4 more, down, up and across. We have 3. And 2. And 1. Back to the center. You probably can guess where we're going next. We're going to reach to the opposite side and put it up on the opposite shelf. So we're going to do that 8 times just like we've done everything else. Here we go. Reach down and across. Down and across. 3. We're going to 8. That puts us halfway through. And 2. And 1. All right. Should be feeling good and warm through the shoulders, warm through the center. So let's start to involve those legs with a little march. So when we march, do not turn to the side, but just notice that I am. We're trying to stay sitting upright, or assuming your chair is pretty upright, you might find that you lean back into the back of that chair. But honestly, sitting upright makes it a little bit easier with the march. Leaning back makes the belly work a little bit harder. So I just want you to keep marching those feet. So we're starting to go into more of the workout portion of class. We're going to do 1 round in the chair. We're going to come out of the chair. You do not have to come out of the chair when I do. Part of why we're starting in the chair is so that if you are more comfortable here, maybe you're just getting started, maybe it was a big deal for you to show up today, then you can stay in the chair and do what we're just doing right now. But for those of you who need a bigger challenge, I'm going to invite you to come up. So now we're going to take these feet to some taps. So I'm tapping my toe in front of me. Well, I'm happy to be doing this for you today. I sure do miss seeing your beautiful faces. It would be so much better when I have you to look at. We're gonna do 4 more here. Might notice this a little bit more in the fronts of your legs. And now we're gonna take this to some heels in the front. So lift those toes, tap the heels. You may notice this a different way through the legs. So we're working through a lot of the different leg muscles. This will get a little bit more down into the shins rather than the calves on the lower leg. And as those of you who are used to me in this type of a class know, I kind of forget to count sometimes. So without my friends helping me along and reminding me where we are, the most important thing is that you clicked play on this and that I hope that you're moving your body. So right now we're just using our legs, but we're going to start to add those arms here shortly. But before we do that, we're going to tap our toes wide to the side, wide. Outside of the chair, the leg of your chair. And for any of you who thought, well, I'm not going to do that video, it's probably quite easy. I'm already getting warm and I have to work a little harder on my breath. And that's what we want to feel in this workout portion of class. Nice wide taps. And we're going to add the arms here shortly. So I just want you to go ahead and finish this last 2, 1 more each side, and bring it back to the center. We're not going to pause for too long, but just enough for you to understand. We're going to go back to those front taps, but when we do, we're going to curl our arms. So same arm, same leg. Here we go. Curl, curl. Try to keep those arms strong, not like you're just throwing them around. You're totally in charge. So we're keeping these arms in pretty close. When we get to those heel taps in the front, our arms are going to reach up. Staying here, same arm, same leg. All right, we're going to do 1 more each leg. And now we're going to rest our arms and just start to transition to those heel taps in the front. So you're lifting the toe and you're tapping the heel. And now we're going to take those arms, same foot, and we're going to reach high overhead. Feel free to join me whenever you are ready. tapping the heels, reaching high. Same arm, same leg. And as we do this, I just have to give a shout out to all my fellow instructors who've done a variety of classes over this time period. It's hard to believe we're closing in on about, 2 months of doing this and having you into our homes and figuring out how to keep people motivated. And I'm super proud of all of my coworkers and what they have been able to produce. So it's a wonderful thing. All right, couple more like this. One more each leg, and we're going to take those toes out to the side. So just take your time, find those wide taps. And when you're ready, same arm, same leg, out to the side. It's following the toes, so it's forward and to the side, not straight to the side. I always think of these like a string puppet. Like those little ones back in the day when you pulled the string and the arms and legs went. That's what I feel like we look like as we do this. And stay with this. And for those of you who may have been challenged by me in the past to use opposite arms and opposite legs to challenge your brain just a bit more, we're not going to do that today. But maybe if we get another video going, I will challenge you with that. We are going to bring this out of the chair here shortly. So we're going to go for 2. And last one each side. If you need to grab a drink of water, and I encourage you to do so, go ahead and grab a sip. I will be doing that. As I mentioned, as I come out of the chair, I will be sliding my chair back so that you can still see me in the camera. You shouldn't have to move your chair. Set my chair aside. It looks like I need a little bit more real estate. Still learning how all this works. Aren't we all? All right, let's just get a march going so we don't lose what we built. And we're just gonna go through this round. And what it's gonna look like is getting those taps started to the front. Tap. Now, remember what I said, I'm standing. You didn't have to stand. If you were already getting a little gassed, a little bit worn out, you're welcome to stay in the chair. And remember, no one can see you, unless the people you live with. And we don't know what you've been doing. Maybe you've been working really hard in the yard and you're just worn out. I'm happy you're here. And I'm also happy those who want to take it to the next level are here as well. Get those curls going. So we're tapping forward and we're curling the arms. I'm just turning to the side because you can see a little bit better, I like to believe. Hopefully the noise of my shoes on the floor is not too distracting to you. But as I mentioned, I wanted to have a hard surface to work on because that's where we're the most stable as we work. 2 more from here and 1 more each side. All right, and rest your arms and take this to heels. So my heels are tapping in the front. And what did we do when our heels tapped in the front? We reached high overhead. Same arm, same leg. Here we go. Reach, 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 reach. What if you're getting tired? What if you stood up and you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have? Sit down. Or if it's getting to be too much for you, just pretend you don't have any arms and just move the legs. You know what else we have to do, and if we really were in class together, I would challenge you to tell me what's next. And I'm sure some of you probably expected that and already know. We're going to be tapping wide to this side. So let's just go here and rest the arms and start to take those toes forward and to the side. Now you'll notice as you stand, you don't have anything to support you, so your leg muscles have to work a little bit harder here. Anytime we're out of the chair, we take it to the next level. Remember that string puppet, the arms follow. Notice my arms aren't flying up overhead, they stop about my shoulder, no higher than my chin. And that's what we want. We want to stay in control here. We are almost done with this routine that many of you know well. It's kind of one that I've carried with me in my pocket ever since I started teaching Enhanced Fitness. Four, and 3, and 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and just relax, grab a drink of water, regroup. We're going to begin seated in our chair again, so I'm going to get my chair set. had to think hard about which chair and which location would work the best while I have other hard surfaces in my house. There's too much furniture in some of them as a distraction. So we're actually in my basement bar area in a chair that ironically I inherited from my grandma. So it's kind of a special chair to me that I use down here for some things. So earlier we had those taps to the side, and we're going to continue with that. We're going to take that a step farther by bringing the arms up overhead. So we're kind of combining some things that we did earlier. So go ahead and just start to get those taps going out to the side. So these are wide taps. They're almost like right off the corner of your chair, if you could imagine that. So in front of the leg and outside of it. I know those of you who are used to me know that I can talk. And I have to tell you, I thought of this yesterday. As we do these videos and we do these classes, and it fills us up to know that you're out there, it also made me kind of laugh how much easier it's gotten for me to really essentially be talking to myself right now and assuming that you're out there. All right, we need to move these arms. So notice right now, we are going to keep the feet going to the side and start to move the arms up. Now, this feels kind of similar to what we just did. It's kind of a combination of that up and over. Your feet somewhat resemble a V. And while this feels a little bit like what we just did, it won't once we stand up. And again, the standing up is the optional part. So our feet are going forward and out, and so are our arms and overhead. Hopefully my creaking chair isn't too distracting. I didn't expect that part. Let's do 2 and 1. So that was quick, and we're gonna come out of the chair, but remember, you don't have to. Sliding my chair aside. We're gonna wrap up this routine, and we're gonna do one more after this, and then we'll cool it down and stretch it out and call it good. So I would like you to find your right leg. Or you may mirror me. I know it's a little bit different with the cameras and the way the videos record, but I'm going to step forward with my right leg, and I'm going to do it slowly. Out, out. So I have wide feet, right foot, back, back, out, out, back, back. Let's speed it up. Out, out, in. V step. Let's start to add those arms. Same arm for 8, for 7, 6. Again, the arms are optional for 5, for 4. You can do this in the chair for 3, for 2, and 1. I want you to just march in place. We're going to pick that left leg. There's a very subtle difference between your lead leg. Now, for those of you who may have chosen to stay in the chair, there really isn't much difference when you're seated. So you will just feel the exact same way that you did before. It's those of us standing that may notice a little bit of a difference. And again, it's not real extreme, it's pretty subtle. So our left leg's gonna go forward, so let's start slow. Left, right, back, back. Front, front, back, back. Let's pick it up. Out, out, in, out, out, in. 2 more like this, and then we'll add the arms. Last one. Add your arms. Up, up, down, down. Out, out, in. Heart rate goes higher. We're traveling through space. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And done. Grab a quick sip of water. I'm going to reset my chair, and we're going to go into that last set. All right. I hope you're staying hydrated. So important. Staying well hydrated boosts the immune system. We all could use all the help we can get these days. Our chair work is going to simply involve the arms, okay? When we come out of the chair, we're going to add the legs in a side step. It's just difficult to do a side-to-side step when we're seated because we just don't have that mobility from our knees to our hips. So we're just going to work the arms for a little bit, and then we'll bring it out of the chair, and again, that's where we'll finish the workout portion. So if you're getting worn out, I understand, and we're almost there. So let's just bring those arms. So I'm bringing them up and out, and back. So I'm turning, you're not. You can kind of see almost like I'm swimming the backstroke but there's a slight bend at my elbow. Which I have to tell you, that's something I've really missed. I was just starting to get into swimming before all of this happened and feeling more confident in myself and really enjoying that time in the pool. And now it's just not an option. So we can pretend right here that we're gliding along in the backstroke. I'm sure we look absolutely amazing. All right. And let's do 3 more from here. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna come out of the chair. I'm gonna move my chair, you're not. You need room, you need space next to you. So you need to be able to move side to side. And I will tell you, when I've done some classes in my house, like you might be doing, sometimes that means my space isn't quite big enough and I end up going this way when the instructor is still facing me, whatever it takes for you. Okay, I just want you to tap your legs side to side, and I will move back so I put my head back on my body for you. Side to side. You do not have to keep up with me. You just do what I do. Oh, I forgot. If you're in the chair, what would you do here? I would march my feet. I would maintain a march, and then once we start adding the arms, I would rest my legs and keep the arms. So I'd kind of break apart what we're doing. All right, here we go. Same arm, same leg, going in the same direction. We're gonna do 8 more like this. 7, almost there. 6, this is it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I am going to reset my chair, and I'm going to set mine sideways, but I don't want you to. So keep yours the way it is, and there's a reason I want you to see this. So for those of you used to enhanced fitness class, we do strength training, and there's certain things that people get tested on in that class, so it's evidence-based to see your strength improve as you age, which I might add is hard to do. So one of the things we do is some sit-to-stands, and I'm going to guide you through 10 of them today. So some of you, this is second nature. Maybe you haven't been doing it, but you're comfortable with it. Others of you, I don't want you to rush. This might be new. So my rule is I'm going to do 10. You will do what you can do in that time frame it takes me to do 10. So if that's 2, great. And that is where some people start. If that's 6, so be it. Others of you might get the full 10, and that's wonderful too. All right, so when we do a sit-to-stand, we have our arms crossed. If that doesn't work for you today and you need to kind of have the size of the chair, or if you have an armchair, but that's kind of what we want to build to, is not using our arms to help us get up so that our legs are there to support us. All right, plant your feet and find your heels. When you stand, I want you to push down through your heels. So here we go. Here's 10, stand tall. Have a seat, but not for long. For 9. For 8, my joke with this one is always like, you're getting up to get a snack and then you realize you really shouldn't and you sit back down. For 6. For 5. I'm sure that hasn't happened in the last couple weeks. 3. 2. Last one, have a seat. I'm just going to turn mine around so that I can face you. Those sit-to-stands are good to practice in a good sturdy chair with a good base under your feet anytime. So let's just go ahead and just as we did in the warm-up, just twist through the center. Just bringing it down. Those are good to practice anytime, and those, kind of like I said, that sit and reach and put it on the shelf, that's functional fitness. And what that means is that's helping you maintain the function you need to be independent, healthy, and strong as you age. All right, let's just go ahead and relax, and let's just gently reach across and across. Take a good couple breaths on your own. All right, and we are going to spend some time just stretching out here. So in following what we were just doing, let's stretch those shoulders. Just bring one arm across. You can put your other hand here at your upper arm, your elbow. You can hold your wrist, but just pull this in closer towards your neck. And you should feel a nice stretch. And we're just gonna go ahead and switch to the other side, hugging it in close. And just go ahead and release this. I am going to turn to the side, you are not. I just want you to be able to see as I bring my hands back, I lace my fingers and I open my chest. I'm gonna turn now back forward because if lacing your fingers isn't possible behind your chair, I want you to just surrender. Lean back and open your chest. So my hands in the real chair are around the back of the chair. And go ahead and release. We're going to stretch the legs. So you're going to scooch a little farther forward in your chair, but of course not too far. And send one leg out in front of you, reach down and reach for that toe, but realize that you don't have to reach it, you're just trying. Draw the toe towards you, which you don't have to pull on it to do. It's hard to do videos like this from home. It's hard to make yourself get that chair out, grab your glass of water, put your shoes on. So if you have participated today, I am so proud of you. Maybe you're the person who, go ahead and switch sides. Maybe you didn't participate. Maybe you needed to watch to see what this was, to see how it would work. I hope I've given you confidence to make this yours and to perhaps participate next time. And I will confess I've done that myself on days that I'm just not feeling it. I want to see what it's all about. We all miss being together, but sometimes even participating and knowing someone's out there, it helps too. And we'll take anything we can get these days, right? All right. And go ahead and just slide back in that chair. We are going to take a couple deep breaths because in all honesty, we all need them. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, reach up. And exhale down. And one more. Inhale up. And exhale down. I thank you for joining me today. I hope you are well. Take care of yourselves.